Hey, what's going on, guys? Digidesdan here, and I'm back again with another pickup video for you. I'm gonna preface this with the fact that this is probably going to be my last pickup video for the time being. I've run into a little bit of trouble in terms of finances. My car needs to be repaired, and either that or it needs to be replaced. So I'm going to take it a little bit slow on the pickups from now on, and I'm going to be focusing on gameplay. So be excited for that. We have gameplay coming up. With that being said, I just want to say that this week for pickups has been phenomenal. It's been amazing. We start off the week with some garage sales. We were able to find some stuff. We did some thrifting, and we were able to pick up some great things off of some classified sites, so like Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, that sort of thing. So without further ado, there's tons of stuff to get through. I just have to get going, and I hopefully won't spend too much time on each item. So first thing I want to show to you is something we found at Value Village. I don't know if it'll interest you, but this is Major League Home Run Blast, and this is a Tiger Electronics playset. It's kind of like a board game, but it's a interactive toy essentially. You can play as like Mark McGwire, Cal Ripken Jr., and you can essentially hit home runs. This is brand new. I'm a huge fan of Tiger Electronics. I'm a huge fan of baseball, but it's very cool. Can't wait to open that up and play it. Next thing from the thrift store, just a couple N64 controllers. Went to a Goodwill. Normally don't find anything, but we did find these, which is pretty cool. We have the blue one here, and this is the ice blue one. And the blue one was actually a bit faded. You know, it's been sitting out in the sun. But either way, good pickups for $6 a piece. Next couple finds are magazines, also from the thrift store. It's video game related. This one's called Future Play. It's got Ninja Gaiden on the front. Very cool. You know, just your basic video game magazines. Got advertisements on the inside, little editorials about the video games. Pretty cool. You know, turn your house into a sewer. They're referring to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, of course. We also have Game Informer, and this was back when Streets of Rage 3 was relevant, so that's way back when. And then we have Nintendo Fun Club News. So this was released by Nintendo. It's basically a newsletter, I believe, almost like a Nintendo Power, but pretty cool. It's got the inserts in it, other advertisements, how to win at Super Mario Bros, that kind of thing. Super excited to have found those, and these ones were picked up by my fiance. She found them in the magazine section, so awesome find there. Next find is from garage sales. Didn't find a whole lot, but we did find some. This is the very first pickup of the year in terms of garage sales. It's Sonic Mega Collection for the GameCube. Compiles about seven Sonic games onto one GameCube disc. So if you don't want to have the games for Genesis, the individual games for Genesis, and you want them in one jam-packed disc, this is going to be your answer here. Next garage sale find. Pretty cool. Don't tend to find much NES stuff at garage sales, but found this, the NES Advantage. The guy I found it from didn't have any more NES stuff. He said he sold off all the games for $5 a piece, which made me sad. But he did give this to me for $3, so not a bad pickup there. Next couple games are also from garage sales. Different ones from the last two I showed you. Two Wii games. So we have Mario Kart Wii and then Super Smash Bros. Brawl. These are complete in box with the disc in good condition and the manuals in good condition. Mario Kart Wii, and then Smash Brothers Brawl. Got them for $1 a piece at garage sales. So super excited that garage sale season is here, and I'm glad that we're still able to find video games at those garage sales. This next pickup is actually from a Goodwill. I forgot to mention it before, but it is Mario Party 5 for GameCube. So this is a fantastic Mario Party game. They had it for $20 at Goodwill, which is a fair price for it. It goes for about $30, $35, and I figured that, you know, for under market value, it's worth a pickup, especially since with Mario Party 5, my copy actually had the artwork all damaged. So this will act as a replacement, and the other one will act as something to trade. So great pickup here. I'm glad to have a nice, complete in box, nice looking, pristine copy of Mario Party 5. Next pickup is from a local game store. So whenever I get the chance, I'll stop in, see if there's anything there that I can pick up, anything that's missing from my collection, anything that they're slipping up on. I'm not hoping that they're slipping on, but it's always nice when they do. But I happened to find another GameCube game that I've been looking for. So this is Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble. So if you're familiar with the Beautiful Joe series, it's a very fun action platformer, very comical, very cartoony. This takes those same characters, the familiar characters, and puts it in a fighting game type of format. This is the one Beautiful Joe game I don't have, or I didn't have, but we were able to find it for $9.50 with 10% off at the game store. So I got it for like $9.40 something, and goes for about $15 complete. But either way, that's under market value, and I'm willing to add this to my collection for that cost. And I was really happy to find it. So great pickup there. Alright, the next few games were actually a deal from eBay. So I don't order off eBay too much, but every now and then they do have a promotion. The promotion this time was $15 off your $75 purchase. These are a few games from that purchase. I do have a few more coming in the mail. The first one is YY World 2. It is a Famicom game made by Konami. This one, I don't know much about it. It just came in a bundle pack with this game, YY World 2. So I don't know if I said that wrong, but this is YY World 1. This is YY World 2. And what drew me to this game is it has all of the different Konami characters in it, and it has different levels in it from different games. So you'll play like a Goemon type of level. You'll play a Castlevania type level or Gradius type level. It's all intermixed, and you can change a bunch of characters, play as a bunch of Konami characters. So that's why this game was so appealing to me. This one just came in the bundle. I'm not quite sure how to play it. There's a lot more Japanese text. So either way, I'm expanding my Famicom collection. Happy to have these super fun Konami games. Always a fan of Konami. Next one is another Famicom game. We have a Namco one, not Konami. It is Splatterhouse, and this is the chibi version. I think it's called Wanpaku Graffiti. So Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti, and you're just a chibi version of the Splatterhouse character. It's a 2D platformer, side-scrolling, that sort of thing. Lots of fun. Can't get much more simple than that. But either way, it's a super fun one to play on the Famicom. Next grabs were from an OfferUp Deal. So this guy posted up a bunch of games. We happened to respond within a certain amount of time. We met up with him, and we came out with some great games as a result. So the games are a nice little bundle deal. We have .hack Infection. We have .hack Mutation. I just realized you probably can't see those. So we have Infection there. And then we have Mutation. We have Outbreak. Quarantine. And then we have the sequels to that. We have .hack GU, Rebirth, and Reminiscence. And all these games are complete in box. So Quarantine here, if you open it up, it's got both discs, the DVD and the game. We were able to get all 6 for, I believe, $120. He originally had the third one, the third GU, which I need, but he sold it separately and forgot to tell us. It was originally a $150 bundle, but we were able to get it for $120 as a result, which is a great deal because normally Quarantine goes for about $100. So $20 for the rest of the games I consider pretty fair. I didn't have number 2, GU number 2, so this is going in my collection. The rest of them will probably be used for trade bait, and hopefully I can track down that third. Alright, so it's been tons of games this video. There's one more bundle, one more lot that I wanted to talk about. It is, I don't know, it's incredible. I'm speechless. It was found by my fiance. It was on Facebook Marketplace. The guy posted up for 2 hours, and 24 or something people had seen it, but no one had responded, which was surprising. she happened to respond to it. We were able to meet up with him within 10 minutes. He was super close by, and we happened to come out with the lot. So first thing I want to show you out of the lot, nothing too special. Game Genie booklet. So this one's for the Super Nintendo. Pretty basic here. And then we have the system. It's an NES slot. This is a top loader. So it came with this attachment here. This is the satellite. I'll show this to you as well. It is a wireless 4-player multi-tap. And this is great because I've been needing an extra top loader to test out games and stuff. It makes it so much easier than the toaster. I can just pop the games in, pop them out, instead of having to deal with the whole spring mechanism. But super cool. Whenever you find a top loader, it's a good day. The bundle came with not just 2, not just 4, but 5 controllers. So we have the 4 normal controllers, original OEM regular square controllers, 2-button controllers, and we have 1 NES Max controller, the turbo controller. Came with the power cord and the RF adapter, of course, OEM. And this one's not OEM, but the power supply is. And then just a whole bunch of games. It came with 54 games. Not all of them are unique. There's a few duplicates in there, but either way, 54 games with the top loader is incredible. We were able to get this bundle for about $250, and considering how much some of these games are worth and how much the top loader is worth, definitely worth it. So I'm going to go through the games real quick. Try not to spend too much time on them because I know you got things to do. I'd love to talk about each and every one a game, but there's so many of them that we'd be here for hours if I did. So first 3 games, 3 copies of Super Mario Bros. Duck Hunt. Of course, every NES slot has duplicates of this, like 1 or 2 of them. What's cool though is there is the 2 variants. So as you can see, there's no Nintendo at the bottom, Nintendo Entertainment System, and the seal, there's no seal of approval on this one here. So 3 copies of those. We have 2 copies of Top Gun. And all of them are in varying condition. They were all very dirty, you know, when I got them. I spent a lot of time cleaning them up as best as I could. And most of the labels are intact, so they'll be of good use to me. So we have Paperboy, which is great because I got Paperboy 2 just the other week. So now that I have Paperboy 1 and 2, I have both of them. Here's TNC Surf Designs, Spy Hunter, Nintendo World Cup, which is a great game to play if you have a multi-tap. This is a 4-player compatible. Wizards and Warriors 2, Iron Sword. You got Fabio on the front cover there. Airwolf. NFL Power Play. Actually, I don't know if it's Power Play, but it is NFL. It just says NFL on it. AC Pro Am. And this one does not support 4 players. RC Pro Am 2 does. Double Dribble by Konami. And Jeopardy 25th Anniversary. These are a lot of these are your basic filler titles. But a lot of them are great games, even though they are cheaper in value. You know, they're worth having in your collection because they are worth a play. Time Lord by Milton Bradley. Days of Thunder. And this one actually is probably one of the ones in worse condition. You know, not just the label, but looks like there's some heat damage here. There's some warping here. Like if I were to put another game flat underneath, I don't know if you can see that. There's a gap in between, so this was exposed to some heat. It's warped a bit, but either way, it plays. We have California Games. Bases Loaded by Jalico. Donkey Kong Classics, and this one probably has one of the worst labels. And I haven't tested this one out yet, but there's a lot of corrosion around the edges of the cart, like actually seeping out, which is kind of weird. The inside, the pins don't look too great either. I feel like this was submerged underwater at one point and just kind of left in a humid environment. So hopefully this still works. So we'll see about that. Classic here, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Ultra, or quote-unquote Konami. So Konami actually started Ultra because they were limited in how many games they could release, during the NES days. So to bring out Ultra and Konami, they were able to release twice as many games. This is King's Knight, which is a pretty cool Squaresoft title. It's kind of like a shoot 'em up, action shoot 'em up. Really fun game. Excited to dig into that one. We have Tecmo World Wrestling, which is also a game I'm excited to play. Super Mylon Secret Castle by Hudson. This one is going to be a label upgrade for me. I don't really mind having $3 there, because it was picked up at a pawn shop, River City Pawn Shop. That's what the RSPS stands for. I only know that because there's on a couple other games. But it's kind of cool to see how cheap games were back then. When thrift stores and pawn shops still sold them that cheap. In fact, Xanadu? I don't know how to pronounce it. Just a Hudson Soft RPG. Not really the title for me, but I've never owned it actually. I've only played it at one point at my cousin's house. So maybe I'll give it a second chance. Castle of Dragons. So another cool game there. It's covered in rental stickers. Be kind, please rewind. Yoshi. Punch Out. And man, it's a lot of games so far. I mean, so far it's 1, 2, 3, somewhere close to 20 something games. So, but we have more. We have 2 copies of Legend of Zelda. We have Zelda 2: The Adventure of Link. All gold carts. Final Fantasy. Don't know if this still saves, but it's in pretty good condition. Excite Bike, which used to be owned by Kevin Richardson. We have a bootleg cart, or multi-cart. This is for Quattro Sports. So I'm guessing this one's full of sports. Not really worth too much, but it'll be interesting to see how they actually play. Kung Fu, which is a game I've been meaning to pick up, but I haven't yet. Flying Dragon, The Secret Scroll. Donkey Kong 3, which is going to be a label upgrade. So Life Force. Awesome game if you're into like other Konami games and Gradius games. Also, there's RSPS on the back. Oh, River Street Pawn Shop. That's what it stands for. Smash TV. Awesome game there. Ninja Gaiden. Surprisingly, I don't have a copy of Ninja Gaiden 1, 2, or 3. So this is a fun little find. Glad to have in my collection now. Guerrilla War, which is an SNK title. This one's actually pretty fun too. Kind of like run around as guys, and then you get into vehicles and stuff, and you make your way up the level by attacking soldiers. The classic Super Mario Bros. 3. This is not the variant, but a staple title to have in anybody's NES library. Addams Family. Rad Racer. Double Dragon 2. Double Dragon 3. And this one, the label's pretty beat up. It's pretty bad. Super faded. It's all torn up on top. But that's okay. I don't have it yet, so I'm happy to just have it. We have Castlevania and Castlevania 2: Simon's Quest. 2 awesome games. Castlevania is probably my favorite Konami game. Contra, another Konami game. And I have to say again, there's tons of great games in this bundle. It's actually fantastic. Prince of Persia, made by Virgin. Toxic Crusaders, which is a nice little uncommon title by Bandai. Never played it, so I'm excited to see what the hoopla is about. Joe and Mac by Data East. I have the copies for Super Nintendo, but I've never played it on NES, so another game I'm excited to try out. We have Wampum, another uncommon title. Platformer where you play as a Native American boy with a spear. You can go spear things, jump around. And then the very last game, I know I covered this in another one of my videos a while back, Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. And just to show you that, you know, I wasn't kidding about finding this second copy, this is my copy right here in the plastic. So I pulled it right off that shelf. This copy came in the bundle, which is unbelievable. You know, especially with Wampum, Joe and Mac, Toxic Crusaders, Castle of Dragon. It's and the top loader. Just overall, it's a fantastic haul we got for $250, which is unbelievable. Normally, you don't find bundles this great, you know, filled with awesome titles. You know, the filler titles even pretty good. But either way, I'm super happy about this week's pickups. Lots and lots and lots of great things. You know, not just toys. It's mostly games, which I'm focused on. You know, that's what my passion is, and you know, lots of variety. You know, I got GameCube games, Wii games, NES games, you know, NES hardware, N64 hardware, just Famicom. You know, which I'm getting into now. It's been an awesome week. So one last pickup. This hat here. This was picked up on Instagram, or actually from GamerHats.com, from the Throwback Gamer. So you can find him at the Throwback Gamer. You can also visit his site, GamerHats.com. It's awesome. It's charcoal gray. It's got the N64 ports. I'll show you the bottom in just a second. Alright, we got the hat here. Yeah, I mean, it's super nice. Nice embroidery. The bill has a bunch of N64 controller silhouettes. It's got GamerHats.com on the inside. Nothing else to it. Very simple, very cool. Very nice hat. High quality. It's not cheap at all. Or, I mean, it's fair price, but it's not cheap in quality. So if you're looking for a hat or hats to represent, you know, gaming culture, your passion, your interests, that sort of thing, definitely go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below. And like I mentioned, this is probably my last pickup video for the time being, you know, so I can focus in on some other projects and other things that happen in life. But I really appreciate all you guys, you know, supporting me, watching my videos, giving me those views, commenting and all that. Hopefully, you know, when I get that all figured out, I'm going to be able to come back and, you know, continue on with the pickup videos, because I really enjoy it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. Keep an eye out for those gameplay videos. Maybe I'll start doing some reviews. I don't know. But either way, thank you very much. So that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.